We'll start this morning with some big breaking news.
Former President Barack Obama has once again stepped into the global debate on the Israel-Palestine conflict, this time with sharp criticism of Israel's ongoing military campaign in Gaza. During his presidency, Obama maintained a complicated relationship with Israel, one marked by cooperation in areas like defense and security but also significant disagreements with then Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu over issues such as settlement expansion and the Iran nuclear deal. His latest comments reflect a consistency in his view that while Israel has legitimate security concerns, these cannot justify actions that destroy the possibility of peace or inflict disproportionate suffering on civilians. The tone of his remarks suggests a growing frustration with what he sees as a cycle of violence that fails to address root causes and instead entrenches divisions. By stating that Gaza is already rubble, Obama underscored the devastation the region has endured after weeks of relentless strikes. Humanitarian organizations have reported widespread displacement, food shortages, collapsing medical infrastructure, and thousands of casualties, with a large proportion being women and children. Obama's statement resonates with those who argue that continued military escalation serves little purpose beyond collective punishment and risks inflaming tensions further, not just within the region but also across the international community. His words carry symbolic weight, given his stature as a former president and a Nobel Peace Prize laureate, and they add pressure to the ongoing debate about whether the United States should reassess its unwavering support for Israel's military actions. Equally important in Obama's intervention was his renewed call for Palestinian statehood. He argued that without a political resolution that grants Palestinians the dignity of self-determination, the cycle of violence will persist indefinitely. Obama has long advocated for a two-state solution, a position that has often placed him at odds with Israeli leadership and even with segments of U.S. politics. By reviving this argument, he highlights the urgency of moving beyond short-term ceasefires or humanitarian pauses and addressing the deeper political impasse that fuels recurring conflict. For Obama, the path forward lies not in military dominance but in a negotiated settlement that acknowledges both Israel's right to security and Palestinians' right to sovereignty. Reactions to Obama's comments have been mixed, reflecting the polarized nature of discourse around the conflict. Supporters of Palestinian rights have welcomed his remarks as a long-overdue acknowledgement from a prominent American leader that the humanitarian crisis is intolerable and that military justifications are wearing thin. Critics, however, argue that Obama underestimates the security challenges Israel faces and risks emboldening groups that continue to attack its citizens. Some within Israel see his intervention as yet another example of external voices failing to grasp the realities on the ground. Nevertheless, Obama's criticism strikes at the heart of a broader debate about the limits of military action in achieving peace. His emphasis on statehood echoes concerns raised by diplomats and analysts who warn that without political progress, each new conflict merely resets the stage for future bloodshed. For the international community, his words may serve as a reminder that even the most powerful military campaigns cannot substitute for political solutions rooted in justice and mutual recognition. As the situation in Gaza continues to worsen, Obama's intervention could add momentum to diplomatic efforts aimed at brokering a sustainable peace. While he no longer holds office, his voice still carries influence, particularly among progressives in the United States who are pressing the current administration to recalibrate its approach. His statement reflects not only a critique of ongoing violence but also a reaffirmation of a vision that remains elusive: two states, living side by side in peace and security. Whether that vision can be revived amid the current devastation remains uncertain, but Obama's words serve as both a warning and a call to action.